Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another exciting meeting at Toastmaster for Professional. We have an exciting agenda lined up for today. And we have a wonderful Toastmaster for today, which is our Catherine Opondo, who is joining today from Malaysia. Catherine, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Raghu. Thank you so much, Toastmasters and guests. This evening, this morning, I hope that you are wonderful. I hope that you're ready to show up and learn and get excited about what we're doing today at Toastmasters for Professionals. I am privileged to have the honor of leading this meeting as your Toastmaster of the day. I would wish to introduce our tag team, but before I do so, I'd like to let you know what our theme for today is. And our theme is very, very simple. It is building an executive presence. I am so glad that each of the members who has logged in onto this meeting has built their executive presence by showing up on time and showing up in presence. So before I go any further, I would like to kindly ask the following people to unmute respectively and tell us how they're going to be able to participate by serving us in this meeting. Starting off with Toastmaster Rishikesh, our grammarian. And after him, I will ask Toastmaster Amanda. And after Toastmaster Amanda, I'll ask Toastmaster Diana to take to the podium and tell us what their roles will be for this meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster Rishikesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Toastmasters and esteemed guests, today's my role as a grammarian is to note down the good usage of word used in today's meeting, as well as not so good uses of word that we have witnessed. I will come back with my report whenever called upon by the Madam Toastmaster. Now it's time for me to introduce the word of the day for today's meeting. The word of the day for today's meeting is innovation, which means a new idea, method, or device. The introduction of something new. The example for word of the day are the latest innovation in technology made the life simpler. Second example, his innovative idea is appreciated by everyone. I request all the members, guests to use the word of the day, innovation. And if someone used the word of the day in the meeting, please show the thumbs up or the clap symbol to recognize or appreciate the speaker. With this, I hand over control back to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rishikesh. Toastmaster Amanda, please take to the podium.
Hello, everyone. I'm the timer for today's meeting. As we all know, time is very important for us. And so I'm here to help everyone to recall your time. For the prepared speakers, please note the following rules. When you see this green box, it means that you will have you have used the minimum required of the time. And if I show the yellow board, it means you have 1 minute left. If I show the red, you will have you need to finish your speech within 30 seconds. For the table topic speaker, when you see the green board, you are qualified. And when I show the yellow board, you have 30 seconds left. When you see the red board, you need to finish your table topic speech within 30 seconds. Thank you. This is my session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amanda. I just want to confirm if Toastmaster Ashvin, you are the accountant, or is it Toastmaster
Oh no,
Anna.
Madam Toastmaster, I am the counter today. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. My duty as counter is to listen carefully with innovative style for verbal distractions such as you know, and so on, and but, and my favorite, dude. I don't know why I say dude sometimes. I got to get rid of that. I'm going to be a professional today. And other filler words or sounds. I will also keep track of the repeated words like the, and, I. Lastly, I'll keep track of long pauses when they are distracting. So thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashvin. I want to kindly ask you to help me enable screen sharing for a snippet or a very short time as we continue in our meeting today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You have privileges now.
Thank you so much. And Toastmasters and guests, if you will, I will just share my screen briefly. And I just want to highlight a bit of what I'm talking about today, and that is building an executive presence. And in building an executive presence, I just want us to highlight small areas that I think will be very crucial for our meeting today. Just a small disclaimer, I am not reinventing the wheel. I am simply sharing suggestions that I think are really crucial for us as Toastmasters, communicators, and leaders. And these snippets are: the executive presence is the unseen aura that counts. The unseen aura that counts. Now, countless scholars have made innovations about what they feel, or what they see has tantamounted to what executive presence really is. And I do appreciate most of them for what they have done. For example, I have one specific one, who is Chris Verl, August 5th, created very many kind of ideas that tantamount to what executive presence is. And they might include things like gravitas, grace under fire, assertiveness, your voice, your truth, whatever it is. But I came this evening, this morning, to share something very simple. And what is this? It is the question, why is executive presence the unseen aura? I have thought, and I began to make conclusions. It is the thing behind the thing. The atmosphere around our bodies that is read, deciphered, understood, or that we're communicating. It is the voice we cannot see or hear. It is the image of our existence and representation. It is the reflection of what is inside of us, but on the outside. Toastmasters and guests, we now move into the most important part of our meeting, and that is the prepared speeches. I do not want to take any more of our valued time or your valued time, but to present the most important speakers. Our very own first speaker will be Toastmaster Anna. But before Toastmaster Anna will come to the stage or to the podium, I'm going to ask the evaluator, Toastmaster Mary, to share with us what her expectations of Toastmaster Anna will be tonight. Toastmaster Mary, take the podium. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It is Mary Talkar.
Okay.
Maya Thalkar.
Yeah, Maya. Yes, thank you,
Maya
Toastmasters, and thank you, Toastmaster Catherine, and the fellow Toastmasters and all the guests. I would be evaluating, I'm the first evaluator, and I would be evaluating based on the sandwich method. That is how I was connected with the speaker. Then what did you do well, 2 points, and what you need to improve upon, 2 points. And the best thing, what I loved about the speech and the summary. Yeah, that is from my part. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Catherine.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maya. Toastmaster Anna, please take to the podium and present your speech. Toastmaster Anna. A hand clap to welcome Toastmaster Anna.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me very clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear Toastmaster fellow member and distinguished guest. I'm Anna. Today, I would like to do my icebreaker. I didn't want to start from my favorite color and favorite animal. I want to do some innovation. I would like to start from my recent thinking on myself. So today, my topic is my past, present, and future. When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of growing very fast so that I can help my family and they can rely on me. Unfortunately, my dream was broken after I graduated from college. I cannot get any offer. At that time, I think, okay, maybe after gaining many years experience in my field, my dream job will come to me. Until now, I have 10 years experience in my field, and I have opportunity to find a better job. But at my age, I was with more responsibility and less freedom to choose. So that is my summary on my past. I think in the past, I always living in the future. But what I don't know is future is always uncertain. Besides accepting my current situation, I start to think about what should I do with my present? What is the goal of my present and how I get there? Speaking of my present, I would like to take my Toastmaster journey as an example. 4 years ago, I joined Toastmaster. I was aware that public speaking is very important, both in daily life and the workplace, but I lack of this kind of ability. So no matter which city I worked, I always find a club. I study there, I practice there, but the practice I made is not like I expected. I don't know if you remember last meeting was called by table topic master. I couldn't say anything. And I cannot understand the question. I cannot give my answer. But the difference is my reaction to my failure. You know, 4 years ago, the same situation. I was frustrated and I didn't want to meet any people. But this time, still, I can reserve one prepared speech for this meeting. So that is an achievement for me. I think that is I learned from Toastmasters. Enjoy losing my face in this stage. To be honest, I'm a totally novice in public speaking. And what I'm lucky and happy is I find the club. I can join you. I can learn from you. I have an amazing experience here. All of you are very open, and I was motivated by your experience in Toastmaster because I heard some of you may be engaged in Toastmaster for more than 10 years. So hopefully one day, after many years, I can be like you, motivated other people and let other people learn more about public speaking. So that is part of me. in the future, I think we can know more about each other. And to end my speech, I would like to leave you with a quote, which is, if you are living in the past, if you are sad, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present moment. I wish everybody don't be sad on your past, work hard at present, and be successful in the future. Okay, that is my speech. Back to you, Catherine. Thank you.
And Toastmaster Anna, thank you very much for reminding us that if we're living in the future, we're anxious. If we're living in the present, we're at peace. And if we're living in the past, we have so many issues to deal with. So thank you for reminding us about your speech, my past, my present, and my future. Toastmasters and guests, it is time for you to take a moment to DM Anna privately and give her your honest feedback of what you thought about her speech to encourage her, because at Toastmasters, we build one another. And at Toastmasters professionals, we really build one another. To present our second speaker, or our second part of our menu, I do know we have Toastmaster Raghuram, who will be giving his speech under his project Body Language and Voice Modulation. Before he comes to the podium, I'm going to invite Toastmaster Jay. Is Toastmaster Jay in the room? To give us her expectations of Toastmaster Raghuram. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. Toastmaster Raghuram, today his speech project is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Use of Body Language. So in today's speech, he will try to enhance his speech by introducing vocal variety and use of body language. And for this, he has 5 to 7 minute time. So with this, I will be evaluating his speech, and over to you, Toastmaster Catherine.
I apologize that I do not have Toastmaster Raghuram's speech title, but if you do have it, Toastmaster Jay, do you mind giving it to me?
No, actually, I am also not having. Sorry for that.
Okay, that's fine. Toastmaster Raghuram, please take to the podium and present your speech. A hand clap to welcome Toastmaster Raghuram. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Today, I would like to talk about traveling to the different places and what I like the most in each place. This is my personal experience, so I just wanted to share the places that I have traveled and what I like the most in each of those places. So I grew up in Hyderabad for almost 21 years. It's a city in India. So I just wanted to share a few of the places that I like, so that whenever you try to get a chance to visit Hyderabad, you can visit those places. So some of those places like Tang Bund, Charminar, Necklace Road, Birla Mandir, these are the most beautiful places that I love the most in Hyderabad. And I also wanted to add the food I like in each of those places, so that whenever you visit, you can try that. And in Hyderabad, I love biryani. So biryani is my all-time favorite. So if you get a chance to travel to Hyderabad, please do try having biryani. So after college, I landed a job in Mumbai and had to spend about 2.5 years in the city that never sleeps. I got to go and visit multiple places in Mumbai, but I would like to share the places I like the most. The South Mumbai, where we have the Gateway of India, Marine Drive, Taj Mahal hotels, wonderful Victorian buildings, Bandra Worli ceilings. These are the most beautiful places that I like in Mumbai. And the food, like others say, vada pav is the most favorite, but I like the misal pav. It's so tasty. I can have it every day for my breakfast. As I have implemented many innovative ideas, in 2012, I got the US opportunity. When I got to know from my manager that I had to travel for an on-site to US, I was on cloud 9 because going to US was my childhood dream. So I got a chance to visit more places in US than in India. So I just wanted to share a few of them here. The Statue of Liberty, the Niagara Falls, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and the beaches in Key West. They're all beautiful. And the food I love the most here is the Mexican food. I really love to have that Mexican food every day. In 2016, my wife and I had visited few European countries like London, Scotland, Paris, and Rome. As we both loved traveling, we loved every moment, right from the day of planning on how to apply visas for those countries till the last day of our trip. We cherished those moments for the rest of our lives. I'd like to share few places that I love in each of these places. In London, the places I like the most, the London Bridge, the Buckingham Palace, and as I'm a cricket lover, the Lord's Cricket Stadium. In Scotland, I like the Edinburgh Castle. And if you are a nature lover, I would say the Highlands tour should be in your itinerary. It's beautiful, beautiful place to visit. And the places I like in Paris, like everyone love, the Eiffel Tower is the most beautiful place. And the other one is the Louvre Museum. And in Rome, Rome is a different country altogether. Its Roman architectural buildings are beautiful. And Colosseum and the Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest city in the world, but so beautiful. The food I like in Paris is crepes, and in Rome, I love the pasta. The best pasta I have ever had so far. So I would like to conclude my speech just to let you all know, traveling helped me in many ways. How to live a life independently, how to adapt to different situations, how to talk and deal with different people, and last but not the least, the money management. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghuram, for that beautiful speech, reminding us of the places that you have been to and how they translate to the person that you are today. Before we move on to our next speech or our next presenter, I would like to share very briefly, if that's okay, Toastmaster Ashvin. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes, you are, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'd like to briefly share what executive presence is. And I'm so thankful that all our speakers have hinted on some of the tenets of what tonight's theme is really about. Before we go any further, I'd just like to take a moment to show you this image and ask you to take charge of your chat button. What do you see? What do you see in light of what we talked about regarding executive presence? The thing behind the thing, the aura about our bodies, or what reflects our inner on the outside. Look at this image, take a moment to chat in the chat room and tell me what you see. I would like to understand your mind. I'd like to understand your views. Please let me know, Toastmasters and guests, what do you see when you look at that image? I am looking at my chat screen and waiting for your responses, your kind responses. Toastmaster Ashvin says symmetry. Can I hear from somebody else? Gate, Toastmaster Raghuram. Clarity, Maya Talker, that's beautiful. I'd like to hear more. Flower, Toastmaster Anna. Anybody else? One more.
Gateway to an opportunity.
Entrance. Entrance. I beg your pardon?
Gateway to an opportunity.
Perfect. Design. You are not invited. Art. Gate of beautiful garden. This is amazing. Can you see that when we look at this image, we all have interpretation? Another one says synchronicity. This is beautiful. I didn't know that we would get to such a level of understanding. It is amazing. I'm just going to go to the next slide and we'll share with you what the purpose of executive presence really is. It is to draw those we influence close to a mind like ours. It is to give confidence to those we influence that they too can wear what we have. It is to drive their performance to a place greater than us. It is to achieve a greater purpose in unity and growth. It is to develop the best versions of our teams. This applies to all of life. It applies to your home. It applies to your relationships, work or business, social media engagements, Toastmasters, national transformation, international collaborations, etc. How then do we show up? Do we show up like the gate we have seen? Do we show up the way we want to? We'll find out in the next season after we have heard from our wonderful interviewers. This evening, this morning, interviewer Toastmaster Mary Thomas will be taking on candidate Toastmaster Sarika Chaudhry. And before they do, I'm going to ask DTM Pramod to share his expectations of this meeting. DTM Pramod, please take to the podium. A hand clap to welcome DTM Pramod.
Thank you, Catherine. Hello, Toastmasters. Next is an exciting and innovative project. The purpose of this project is for both the interviewer and interviewee to understand the necessary skill required to excel in an interview. It's a platform for practicing those skills and make it perfect. I wish all the best to Mary Thomas and Sarika. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pramod. Toastmaster Mary Thomas, the podium is yours, and to Toastmaster Sarika.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A very good evening to everyone. Before I start the interview process, I would like to enlighten the audience of a few details. The name of the organization is the Bank of the Philippines. The title of the position that is being interviewed is Investment Banking Analyst. The interviewer, yours truly, is a Human Resources Director. We shall proceed with the interview. Good morning, Ms. Sarika Chaudhry.
Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
I am good, thank you.
I can see here that you have actually cleared our first and second interviews. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Let me start with one of those questions that are usually my favorite, I should say, that I ask my interviewees, since the position, the candidate would be working with me. My first question to you would be, what is your greatest professional strength? Please state only one.
My greatest professional strength, according to me, is the diversified fields I have worked in. If you look at my resume, since 2004, I have been deployed and have been a part of different organizations. I have been a literature student academically, but I started my career in market research I moved on to Bank of America as a process trainer. From there, I moved on to content writing in different departments and to engineering college. And currently, I am looking out for an opportunity which will help me strengthen this particular characteristic all the more. So if I have to point out one professional strength, that would be diversification in the last 18 years.
Thank you. You see that as your professional strength.
Yes.
I understand. All right. What can you tell me about our competition? Could you name one competitor that you would think that you're going to face? We are the Bank of the Philippines. Could you tell me something about our competitor?
That might be a little problem because I wouldn't want to fool around. So no, I do not have an answer for it. I'll be honest with you.
All right, I appreciate your honesty. Based on your experience, how do you think you would be able to innovate a new financial vehicle or an investment product for our bank? As you so correctly stated, you have diversity is your strength. Could you tell me one of the innovations you can help us in our bank?
As an investment analyst, my focus would be on the opposite gender, the women. Now, there are three things I have thought about when I'm thinking as women to become prospective investors. First thing, we generally underestimate gut instinct of a woman. Second, majority of us also underestimate the housewife that has an opportunity to invest. The third thing, if I'm focusing on gender of women specifically, I'll be able to connect with them from one woman to another and also bring in prospective clients to your particular department. And you might notice an increase in the investments over a period of time. Although it's not very easy to convince women to invest in something which is related to banks, finance, I would want to leverage on this particular aspect.
So you are of the opinion that women are not investing enough. Do I understand that correctly? All right.
Yes.
What gave you that opinion? What gave you that feel that women are not investing enough?
As opposed to the West, the East side of the world, we have always treated women as someone in the background. We have never allowed women to come out, to earn, and to invest according to their gut feeling. Now, the most important thing is in the East, there might be housewives who would have been saving a little bit of money without proper channels of investment. And this is basically a study. It's also what I see in my neighboring families, my mother, my grandmother, or my mother-in-law. They would want to save it in the bank without investing because for them, cash is much more important than the invisible papers on which they can bank upon. And I would want to think if bringing a shift in their mentality might improve the percentage of women investing in these different domains.
Thank you. Thank you for your calculated answer.
Thank you.
Our interview is over for now. You still have another interview that I would need to put you through, plus some psychometric tests. We will call you for that.
Thank you. I look forward to your call. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
A big hand clap to our presenters, Toastmaster Mary and Toastmaster, excuse me. Sorry, my screen is messing up. Thank you so much. Yes, Toastmaster Sarika, thank you so much for enlightening us and bringing out so much. I am so passionate about women. And so when Toastmaster Sarika brought up the issue of women and how they relate to finances and money and how to them cash is king or cash is queen, I couldn't help but rejoice in my seat, because how is it that in a few weeks we will be celebrating the International Women's Day, and she brings up such a bright topic. So I'm really grateful for a lot of learning that we have received from hearing this interview. Toastmaster Mary Thomas and Toastmaster Sarika, thank you so much for bringing light to this interview. And now we're moving to our evaluations. And I would like to start off with our first evaluators. For Toastmaster Anna, the evaluator was Toastmaster, I beg your pardon. Yes,
Maya
Toastmaster
Talkar.
Maya Walker. Please go ahead and take to the podium and evaluate Toastmaster Anna. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Catherine, and all the other Toastmasters for the day, and all the distinguished guests. Today, I evaluated the speaker number 1, Anna. Her speech was on the past, present, and the future, which everybody, all of us, we have in our lives. So she started with that, and she nicely connected with her journey in the Toastmaster on this platform. And she was able to connect the dots. The two things I liked about her was, number one, she was able to connect the dots with her speech, the title of the speech. Number two, she used the word for the day. And the word for the day was the innovation. She used it very nicely in her speech. The improvement, what I wish to say, that she need to improve recommendation for the body language. As we are in the virtual meetings, she need to have the eye contact. I think that eye contact was missing in her speech. So when you have a virtual speech, you need to look at the camera. That gives her better clarity in her speech. And the second thing I liked is she was very honest. And another improvement is on the being in the center of the screen, so that the audience could see her clearly. To summarize, she concluded with the quote on the topic past, present, and the future. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster, for the day.
Toastmasters and guests, please, can you hear me? Please give a very warm applause to Toastmaster Maya Talker. This is her very first evaluation attempt, and I think she's done an amazing job. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maya. This was amazing. I would also like to remind us to...
Sorry to interrupt. There's a standing, can we have a big round of applause for Anna too, because it's the first ice speech, which is an icebreaker, and it's a custom in Toastmasters to give standing ovation. As it's virtual, we'll just give a big round of applause. Unmute yourself and give a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghu. Let's give a very standing ovation with clapping of hands physically. Toastmaster Anna, please unmute and do this. Toastmaster Anna needs to hear us.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you for
Thank you
encouraging.
so much. Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Anna. I will now go ahead and invite the evaluator for Toastmaster Raghuram, Toastmaster J. Please take to the podium and evaluate Toastmaster Raghuram.
Thank you, Catherine. The way Toastmaster Raghuram ended the speech was with very good learning messages. Like he reminded me that as I'm frequently traveling for my job, business related travel, I have the opportunity of all those learning. What he told about that we can learn to talk with the different culture people. We can make the money management. All this learning which I was missing. I think I will be motivated to have these learnings when I travel now for my business trip also. A few positive things which I like most. He was a good storyteller. He told about his job and initially he how he was loving the food at Hyderabad in India and then US, Italy, Mexican food. So we were along with him with his good storytelling skills. And he was when he was describing the various foods like pasta, biryani, the food he liked most, the way he had modulated the voice, that voice modulation will make that description tempting, that we will be tempted to eat those foods. And the way he had ended the speech with all the learning, that was the best part about his speech. Few areas of improvement I would suggest, like that this is a cross-cultural group. We have people from various countries. If he would have used some props or photographs of his memorable experience, then all the people would can relate better. If people would be able to see the photo of biryani and vada pav, I think few of us would tempted more to try it. And with such kind of memorable experience, like one or a few learning, if he tried to describe in a story, then he would have more opportunity to use his body language as well during describing his experience. But overall, it was a very good storytelling, and we were with him on the journey from Hyderabad to US, Italy, Mexico, and we will be uh, tempted to go out and plan some trip after listening to his speech. And only just with some props, some photograph, or some memorable experience description, it would take his speech to another level. Thank you. Over to you, Catherine.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay Sepjal. Thank you so much. Before we move on to our interview evaluation, I would like to kindly ask Toastmaster, our table topics master, are you there? Please just confirm to me if you're there. Toastmaster Bamsi, are you there? I would like to give you a few minutes.
I'm there.
Yes, I would like to give you just at least 10 minutes to take us through the table topics. Once again, Toastmasters and guests, I do apologize for skipping the table topics session and having the evaluations before. But before our last evaluation, Toastmaster Bamsi, kindly take us through the table topics. A warm welcome to Toastmaster Bamsi. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, Toastmaster Catherine. Greetings of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Table topics enables the members to develop the impromptu speaking skills. This also provides the quickly think and organize your thoughts. You can think of the table topics is the mini speech with opening, body, and conclusion. This also provides the members who speak for some time. Every speaker required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes 30 seconds. Each speaker must use the word of the day. Today word of the day is innovation. I'm looking for voluntaries. First I am looking to the guests who is in that meeting. Yeah, anyone in the meeting can you please raise the hand. I will give the topic and need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah.
Raghu is raising hand.
Please go ahead, Toastmaster Bamsi. Go ahead and start.
Yeah, sure. Raghu. Okay. The first topic is what are you most grateful for? The topic is what you are most grateful for. Yeah.
Raghu, you're talking.
Thank you, Vamshi, and thank you, entire team, for being such an innovative Toastmaster club. I've been attending so many clubs, but believe me, you guys are rocking. Coming to what is the most your gratitude about. So I think the lesson of life is that every individual has to be having a gratitude for what they have it. Unfortunately, in today's world, I see at family level, friends level, professionals, they think always cry on what they don't have it. I didn't get promotion. I don't have $1 million house. I'm not having a BMW or Audi. These are the things. But have a gratitude that we have a good health. We are blessed with all physical, hands, legs, mind, everything. We are not handicapped. We are having 2 times a great food, a great family, a great education. And once we think in those terms, I think that is the biggest gift one can think that they've got from the God. Yes, we don't get everything. A Trump or a Biden. But what we are, let us have a gratitude towards that. And when you are positive, I can't see the timer, sorry. Is the timer, how do I know the timing, please?
And can you see me? Yeah. You.
Oh, okay. So this is pretty much, I wanted to convey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raghu, for your nice thoughts on gratitude. Yeah. My next topic is any volunteers?
May I?
Yeah, thank you, Bhavana. Your topic is what is the recently what you did it recently innovative work recently? That is your topic. What is the innovation work you did it recently? That is your topic. Yeah.
When we wake up early in the morning, we always think what we have to do in daily basis. Am I right? And the same thing happened to me. The same thing happened to me when I wake up early in the morning, I think what I have to do something. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dearest guests. So when I wake up early in the morning, I always think that what should I do what can I do innovative something. So in a profession, in professions, I am a teacher. Every day I have to do something innovative so that I can engage my student in my class. Even in my life also, I always try to do something unique. Today I wear traditional, right? Somewhere I wear something which can make me feel special. So it is not necessary that we have to make the day that we need to do something innovative. We can do innovative in a daily basis. It is not need to decide today I need to do. No, every day we have to think, and when at the night when we go on that bed, we have to plan next day that what we can do something unique. And when you do something unique every day, believe me, everybody, you will be yourself. You will be seeing yourself in that position where you really want to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavana, your thoughts on innovation. Thank you. Any volunteers?
Yes, may I?
There is one.
Pragati here.
Hi, Pragati. Thank you for taking the topic. Your topic is what do you love most about yourself? Your topic is what do you love most about yourself? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. And I'm Pragati, and thank you so much for this topic. The first thing I learned, ki love means we always love the other, means we always love to other person, means we love, we have observed all this thing ki you like it more about the other person, right? They like, it means as a girl, I just told myself ki when I first thing, I learned to love yourself, because you are you know, everyone is different, and everyone is different, and that's why you are the separate to all of you. But one thing I just say ki, I love myself. I really like to myself. I'm so I like to cooking and serve to other person. And second thing, I really caring to other person, and that's too important. And I want to improve my the public speaking skill, and I would that's one thing I say ki, your fear is your enemy. I know. So when you are, that does not matter what you say, but you want to whatever you you like, but you want to speak to yourself. And one thing, okay, thank you so much, actually.
Yeah, thank you,
Sorry.
Pragati. Just okay.
Okay.
Any other volunteers, please?
Okay, time is up.
Is it time is over for public topics, Amanda?
Yes, yes, it's up for
Okay,
the time decision.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Catherine. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
I think that's
Toastmaster.
you, Toastmaster Catherine.
Okay, thank you so much. I was waiting to receive the baton. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bamsi, for the table topics. Thank you so much, the speakers, Toastmaster Pragati, all the speakers we have got today. I would like to invite our evaluator, DTM Pramod, to come and evaluate the interviewees and the interviewer, Toastmaster Mary Thomas and Toastmaster Sarika.
Good morning, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow and future Toastmasters. An interview is a life-changing situation. So there are two people, and one is an interviewer, another one is interviewee. Normally, interviewer will be very confident and interviewee will be, in most probable cases, underconfident. But here, both the candidates were confident, and kudos and congratulations to Mary for making the interview confident by asking or setting the stage. And this is the first time that I'm evaluating this project, but I have seen this project getting presented in other Toastmaster clubs. The one thing which the interviewer did differently is that she set the stage by explaining everything. What is the organization, what is the position, and who is interviewing the candidate. So that gives a much more clarity to the audience. What type of questions can be expected, and it is a senior position. So what is the level of experience the candidate is having? So within that 2 sentences, she cleared all the doubts. So it was an organized and prepared way of interviewing a candidate. And questions, she mixed 2 types of questions. One is a generic type of questions like what is your greatest strength, and for which the candidate answered. And the other one is very subject oriented. It's all about investment. Some of you may not be familiar with the subject, but this question was very apt for the particular role to which she applied or interviewed. One small suggestion, I don't know whether it is true or not, but my concern is that she closed the interview with a question that we would be having a psychometric test. And in the beginning, she said it is the 3rd round of interview. So probably the psychometric test happens in the before the 1st round of interview, not after the 3rd round. I don't know what is the practice in US. So this is all about the interviewer. Let's come to the part of the interviewee, that is the candidate. Sarika used the opportunity when she got the first question. See, normally what happens is if the candidate is so confident, the candidate will grab the interview to the area where she is strong. So she did the right thing. When the first question was asked about the strength, she built a profile. She completely told about her profile. So everything that helped the audience. We understood her experience, expertise, and everything. Within that 30 seconds, she explained everything. And there was one question to which she answered no. So that's a good practice. It is better to say no than fooling around or beating around the bushes. If you don't know something, please say no. That's a good example. And the interviewer will not feel anything bad about it. And there is a way of saying no to it. And she gracefully said, sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. So this is what I have observed, the strength and weakness in the interview. It's a good initiative, and all the best. Sarika, I'm sure that you'll be selected for this role. Thank you so much.
A hand clap to our evaluator. That was beautiful. I learned a lot from your evaluation. I'd like to ask guests, and if you're visiting Toastmasters for Professionals for the first time or for more than the first time, please go ahead into the chat. There has been a mention of our meeting. You could give your comments of what you think this meeting was like for you, what your experience was, and I think it will really be very important. Secondly, one of us has shared who the evaluators of the meeting were. Please go ahead and give them your honest feedback on how you think they performed in their delivery. As Toastmasters for Professionals, we grow by helping one another to learn and encourage one another. Even the table topic speakers, I'll encourage you to go ahead and encourage them. I'm glad I can see in the chat room, members have gone ahead to encourage many of the speakers, and I love this about Toastmasters for Professionals. Before we receive our final reports from the role takers today, I'd like to close my remarks on executive presence. And I'm going to ask kindly, can you see my screen? And if you can, I will then go ahead and share the last tenets. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashton. Our last tenets for the meeting have already been shared through the different deliveries of speeches, of the interview and evaluations, and the topics. So how then do we build our executive presence? And this, I want to ask you to take a moment to look at my screen or listen to my voice. Number one, take off the mask. Just do a moment, take your hand and run it over your face and assume you're pulling off the mask. Do it with me together. Let's take off the mask together. Let's go. Do it. 1, 2, 3, off. Debunk the myths, have a reality check, and purify your motives. Build the inside. Forgive. Sleep enough, 6 to 8 hours. Meditate. I've had about leaders who spend at least the first 30 to 45 minutes in their workplace meditating and commanding the day through their meditation. It's not wishful thinking. It is the power of your imagination to create your world. Detox, eat right, build the inside. You carry the aura. I was a CEO for 5 years, and there were days when I walked in with baggage, but there were days when I walked in when I was light. And when I was light and happy, I drew the team. I drew the energy. I drew the funding. I drew the required support that I needed from a whole country. You can do this when you build the inside. Present your best. When we started this meeting, I didn't look like this. Do you see what I look like now? There's something new. Present your best at all times. Be real. I love that the evaluator DTM Pramod brought out something about Toastmaster Sarika when she said in her interview, I'm afraid I do not know the answer to that. Authenticity makes us valuable, makes us attractive. Being able to say, no, I do not know. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, I was wrong. Be authentic. And then become that magnet. Draw them. Gentle jokes, smile often, compliment, and give opportunities. Oh, how I thank the leadership of Toastmasters professionals for giving me this opportunity to be your Toastmaster of the day. Build the outside. Look good. Dress well. Smell great. Be on time like every Toastmaster and guest who showed up in this meeting. And be present. Then the last one is show up all the time. Show up for your family. When I wake up in the morning at 4:45, I show up for my son and daughter. I knock at their doors. I tell them, wake up, honey. Wake up. It's time to go to school. I go to the kitchen and prepare the egg, prepare the pancake. I show up in my apron. I show up in my court for the Toastmasters meeting. I show up at the school parents meeting. I show up Toastmasters and guests. Show up with your executive presence. And this marks my remarks on executive presence. Thank you, Toastmasters and guests, for listening to me. And this is the time I call upon our role takers for the day. I will start with the grammarian. Please go ahead and share with us what your reports were. The grammarian, the timer, the hour counter. Thank you very much, Toastmasters and guests.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Catherine. The word of the day for today's meeting was innovation, and it is used by Madam Toastmaster, our counter Toastmaster Ashwin, speaker number 1, Toastmaster Anna, speaker number 2, Toastmaster Raghuram. Someone used the adjective form of the word innovation, that's evaluator 3 Pramod, table topic master Vamsi, table topic speaker Bhavna. We had some of the uses of word which we can improve upon. Someone used word hotels, which could have been hotel. Someone used Niagara Falls, which could have been Niagara Fall. Someone mentioned Vatican City is the smallest city in the world, but the correct is Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Someone mentioned first evaluator, it should have been first evaluator. We had a lot of good uses of word in the today's meeting as well. Toastmaster Catherine mentioned word aura, which means the distinct quality that came from somebody or something. She also mentioned the phrase of the day, one of the phrase that on cloud 9, which means very happy. She used word enlighten, which means to give somebody an information about something. Or evaluator 1 used word diversity, which means wide variety of something. Speaker 3 Sarika used word gut feeling, which means feeling a reaction, reacting based on the emotional response rather than giving a considerable thought. Evaluator 1 used word connect the dots, which means bringing together the information from all different places. Evaluator 3, Pramod, used the word setting the stage, which means prepared for the event. He also used the word beating around the bush, which means to talk about something unimportant, skipping the main point. So these are the some good uses of word throughout the meeting. That's my report, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Marian. I want to ask Toastmaster Amanda, please take to the podium.
Okay. Actually, I post my timing reports in the inbox. So all prepare speakers, table topic speakers, and the evaluator, you are all qualified for the timing. Just the session of interview running 15 seconds late. Yeah, then the schedule. Okay, this is my timing report.
Thank you so much, Timer Amanda. You are so timely. That was wonderful. I hope you all can see the time that you took in the chat room. Please go ahead and take a moment to look at it and see yourself. Those that made the time and those that missed the time, we will definitely benefit from your input. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amanda. And Toastmaster Ashvin, are you our counter for the day? Please take to the podium.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My report will be short and simple, but please, I'm just a messenger. I was just listening today. Catherine, I only got one out of you. Maybe I was delirious or something, but I don't know. Just because of your talk and you were mesmerizing. So I just had to throw it in there. I don't know. Maybe you did it or not. Anna, I think I got one or something like that. I'm just probably making it up, but just, just take it. Jay, I think I got you with 2 Uhs. Raghu, your favorite word was so. It's like mine. I like, my wife always tells me, you know what? I don't know anything. So anyway, so you got like 9 so's, ands were only like 5, and then 2 Uhs. Mary, no, I don't, Dr. Mary, I don't think I got anything from you. It's just maybe your executive presence that terrifies me. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, Maya, I think I got one I think I got one or maybe I was just goofing off or sleeping. I don't know. I hope you didn't catch me. And all the table topic people, I think you get a free pass today. You say all the ums and ums you want. You get, thumbs up for just getting up there and talking. So thank you very much. And that's my report, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashvin. Toastmasters and guests, it's been a privilege being your Toastmaster. To our role takers, thank you for serving along with me. I now give the podium back to the president of this club. Back to you, President. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Today, I was as if listening to an international speech, an inspirational speech from Toastmaster Catherine. Wonderful. I mean, your voice modulation is so great, Catherine. You must try for international speech contest. And I would just send your name to the area director and let them take care of it. With that note, can we get feedback from our guests? I've seen nobody has filled, and this room is full of 3 Raghus today, me and Raghuram, and then Raghuar. Let's start with my third doppelganger in the room, Raghuar, about his feedback about the meeting.
Sure, Raghu, thank you. At the outset, this is the first meeting ever in my over 2 decades of almost 3 decades of Toastmasters experience that I see 3 Raghus in one session. So it's really humble to see Raghurams, three of them. Coming to my feedback, I was expecting as a guest, someone would take an initiation to welcome the guest and, take a, what makes you come here. That's what we do at every club. So possibly we skip that, so that's fine. And number 2, since this, as Catherine very rightly said, I liked her last screen what an executive should do to become an executive. If he has to become, this is a great saying. If you want to become a CEO, behave and act like a CEO in your life, then you can become CEO. So you have to dress like a CEO, you have to smell like a CEO, you have to talk like him, you have to eat like how he eat. That's a great saying. So without any candid, to be very blunt, when we give a feedback, I think it would be prudent that we give a very balanced feedback, which most of them have given. I appreciate that. But one thing I wanted to just highlight here, I was looking at all the filler words, grammar mistakes, everything. I'm here for last 20 years, all across the world. I've been traveling. I used 7, 8, 10 source, right? So that's what Ashwin said. And others, some of them used one and some did nothing. Though I'm seeing that a lot of grammar mistakes across the table, but so it is always good, even as a general evaluator, I tell the people, we are come here to improve ourselves. I know who I am. I know I'm one of the greatest communicators ever. People come and hug me in a live scenario. When I talk, they go speechless. But yeah, table topics you may have. So we have to be more positive, more constructive, so that for me, it doesn't matter. If you say I'm the worst speaker, I don't care, because I've reached to a level where no one can touch me, right? But for others who are just entering, if they're coming as a guest, they want to try Toastmaster. And if I give you a bunch of a laundry list, you have done 8 so's, 9 ums, 6 ahs, that guy will disappear the next day. My experience, I'm telling from my bottom of my heart. So feedback, even when I give a feedback, I'm not critical. I just say, hey, it would be really good if you could, do these couple of things, so that indirectly we are telling that you have used too many, perhaps too many, in spite of, right? Those are the things. But other than that, I see that this team is very matured, very prudent. The way they are putting their viewpoints, the way they are talking, the way they have evaluated. One of the good clubs I've seen, very, very frankly, very good clubs. And evaluator, I was seeing Pramod and Raghunandan and a couple of speeches, just too good, couple of here and there, but I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm based out of Silicon Valley. I'm a US citizen based in San Jose, California. And I always look for a good club where I think there would be a value add for me. I have to improve myself. A lot of clubs may not add value to me, but if the club is really good and if I see that there's a lot of learning here, you want to be part of it. Thank you. Thank you for giving opportunity, and wish you all the best. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for that detailed feedback, Raghu. Can I have feedback from Linda?
Good evening. I have to say I was sorry that I came in late. I found the meeting a little bit, I missed, I think maybe the first 2. I came in during the interview. I really liked the interview. I saw the club on Toastmaster official group, and it says professional speakers, and I wanted to see what it's all about. I liked the interviewing part because all of us go through interviews as professional. I liked the scenarios and the introduction of how the interview was going to be. I also like the tips that you guys shared, that Catherine shared. It's helpful. I thought the meeting was constructive, the table topics questions, and they gave people an opportunity. So I'll probably come back and see next time, hopefully to be in time, and see how the whole meeting is all about, how it's handled. I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Just a small correction. It is professionals, not professional speakers. It's all about improving your professional skills that you can utilize in your professional life. That's what we aim for, helping people to grow, whether it is for job interviews or whether it is resume preparation or how to grow in your office. We had a session where you can improve your visibility in office too, something that we have done. So we'll be doing more session in future too. Thank you for joining today. Please do join back and enjoy your journey. Happy learning. Bhavana Malhotra, do you want to share your feedback?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say you that thank you so much. Even last week, I also wanted to join. Somehow that was not possible for me, but today I took my time. I joined this meeting and I enjoyed a lot. And I missed that the interview parts. I wanted to like observe it. I wanted to learn from that part, but it's okay. Next week will be coming, and I will be joining that one also.
Sure, Bhavana. Thank you. Anna, it was your first speech that you are given today. How do you feel after that? You are shying away from doing any other role apart from our counter for a couple of weeks, even in the other club that I'm part of. What is your experience after attempting your icebreaker speech and getting that feedback from Maya?
Okay, thank you, Rahul. And I can feel my heartbeat during the speech, but after I proceed with my speech, it's better. I think I'm satisfied with my performance today. It is beyond my expected. I think I will stop during my speech, but fortunately I didn't. And thank you, Maya's evaluation. And I want to make some clarification because my computer don't have a good internet, so I use my mobile phone as a camera. So that is why. Firstly, I want to stand up, but I cannot because I'm using my mobile. So next time I will fix my computer. I can do better in the future. Thank you.
You did a great job, and even I felt a little bit that you will stop in between, but you didn't stop, and that is the first step, not to stop and continue. Even you and Maya both did great job at your first speech and first evaluation, and another round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. We had Pragati, but looks like she left. Anybody else who want to give a feedback on the meeting?
No,
I'm
She's here.
hello.
I'm sorry, I'm getting old. Pragati,
Again?
please give the feedback.
Yes. Thank you so actually. mm, Hello.
How did,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yes, I'm. Hello. Actually, the couple of the day I'm missing this this meeting because this time I'm going to the office and the time I go to the I'm at bus, so there's lots of noise there, so I'm not attending this meeting. But I really today I will. This meeting and I really like it to all of you because I observe all of you things to talking also you are sharing what to do the next time and like I like to interview session and I hope I'm also like you all of you and feel my confident to talking and public speaking skill and and thank you so much to give me opportunities for this club and I like to join this club in future. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Pragati. Looking forward for you to join the club. With that note, I will stop recording.